Hey, good morning, you guys. Welcome to Wednesday. It is our very fabulous Wednesday edition of the Coffee Run Live, or if you're listening to a replay, the Coffee Run replay in whichever channel, backwater place, wildly, amazingly connective internet place that you are. Really awesome to have you and host you today. What I wanted to talk with you about is the cost of success and whether or not you're actually willing to pay the price. So one of the things that I've been talking about recently has been what actually we need to do, right, in order to be successful. And what I was thinking about amongst all of the things is I've been in this business now for coming up 10 years. I've had another online business that I built, online hybrid business that I built before this business. Started that in 2006, I think, actually. It actually might have been before that because I was very pregnant with my second child. So maybe it was even 05 or maybe 04. And so being in around the traps for a really long time, right? And I was thinking about one of the things that there's a few things actually that came up in a call this morning with clients that kind of really pissed me off about the industry. Right? Not so much that they didn't piss me off, obviously, but the industry just kind of pissed me off. And the reason for that is that there is this kind of, I guess, misnomer around what you actually need to do in order to be successful. What needs to happen in order for you to be successful. And honestly, a lot of it is just like a crock of crap. It's actually not even true. Just let me know that you can hear me so that I know that my earpods are working. That would be really amazing. And say hey when you come on, because I can't see who it is. I can just see that there's people and I don't know who they are. So I'd love to say hello to you. Unless you can't hear me and Facebook's doing its really weird thing where it's not letting me talk to you guys. Well, it's letting me speak to you, but, whether or not you can actually hear me is a whole other scenario, right? So give me a second. Give me a second. Please hold. Please hold while your call is being connected. I don't know why I just did that. That's really strange. Okay, I can see some people coming on now. Oh, good. I can hear it on my computer. So, okay, that's great. So some of the things that we kind of believe are true. Number one is about how much content you actually need to put out onto the internet in order to be profitable, in order to make sales, in order to do the things that you need to do, right? So that's the first thing. There are, like I talked about this yesterday, there are many people out there that will advocate for 25 pieces of content going up on one platform. And, you don't have to do that to be successful. You also don't have to be going about DMing, hey Bonnie, DMing everybody in order to try and drum up business. Is it a strategy? Yes. Is it a tactic that you could implement? Yeah, sure. I don't know anyone who has the time or the inclination to do that. It's a bit like cold calling, right? And it just, to me, it's a really slow way of growing and building your business. Another really big misnomer, I guess, is that you can just go build a funnel, go put out a free thing, and then instantly all of the monies are going to come flowing in. That's not what it takes. Hey, Jess, the actual cost of this business is your time and your energy, right? Now, obviously, depending on how much money you want to make, depending on how much time you have available to you, depending on how much money you've got to invest, there's time and money are two sides of the same coin, right? So if you want to, thanks, Bonnie. That's gorgeous. If you want to accelerate results, you've really got two choices. Number one, you either invest more time in working the platforms, growing the platforms, doing the reaching out, doing all the posting, creating content, repurposing it, doing all of the stuff and the things. Secondly, the other option is that you go and spend some money, you go and throw some money at it. Now, what that would mean and what it would look like is you would pay for advertising in order to generate leads, right? I very, very, very rarely do I recommend or advocate for advertising to try and get more likes or more fans on your page. I think it's a bit of a false economy. I think it's more about, it's a vanity metric versus anything else, unless you're looking at strategically branching into a new realm or into a new environment or into a new country or something like that. But still, lead generation, you're going to pick up the audience that comes along the way anyway. So what I thought would be kind of interesting for you guys to sort of hear about is how much time how much time I spend, really kind of like, I guess, again, like the cost and the investment that you're going to need to make for you to be able to create really great results in your business as well. And I guess like one really key thing that will absolutely move the needle is you spending time before you get into your whole entire day of delivery, content creation, and everything else like that. It's really coming back into writing out and journaling and finding the stuff in there, right? Really affirming. So this is something that I've talked with many millionaires, multimillionaires. Hey, Kristen, great to see you. And something that they all have in common is that they spend time every single day, like literally every single day, they spend time living in the future that they want to bring in, right? So when I've asked, what the hell does that even mean? Some of them will use visualization techniques and just kind of like close their eyes, get into a bit of a meditative state, more a relaxed state versus a meditative state actually. And I remember one of the guys that I met in 2015, really successful book writing coach over in the States. His name's Alex. And I remember him saying that the process that he uses is he'd get into a relaxation state and he'd actually imagine and conjure up like the house that he wanted to live in, the car that he wanted to drive, the things that he wanted to be doing. And he would actually literally like imagine walking through his day doing all of these things. Right? Other people will use journaling, like actually literally writing it in. I find that easier. I find for me, it kind of keeps me on track rather than like falling asleep or getting distracted by my thoughts. Journaling has this really amazing ability to kind of really keep me, not focused, because it's not about being focused, but really kind of being in alignment, I suppose, with working towards what it is that I want. Now, it's not a quick thing for you to do, right? So this is one of the costs, in my mind, of you being really successful. It's really about you spending time every day getting your mindset right, working in and planning in, not planning in, but writing in what it is that you want to create and spending time doing that every day. And it might take half an hour. It might take an hour. And then the next thing that you've got to look at doing is allowing at least another hour a day for your messaging, for your marketing, for your blogging, for you scheduling posts if you need to. So really, like, one of the big costs of / investments of you being successful online is you need to find at least 2 hours a day to be able to prep this. Now, I would suggest that you do that first thing in the morning, because the way that, for me, the way that it works is if I'm writing everything in, and the things that I'm going to share with you come out in my journal every time, like every single time. It's really, really interesting, as well as there'll be blocks that come up for me because obviously, I'm always wanting to grow and expand and extend and reach more people, help more people, motivate and inspire more people, and really provide you guys with a really exceptional process, right? So you've really got to spend some time or create some time in order to be able to do that. Jess, I did this, but I find it hard to write, so I turn my voice recorder on and just talk. Yeah, perfect. I find that's another great strategy, actually, which I'd forgotten about that one. Yeah, so we've got this ability of being able to speak or write or kind of relax and imagine, depending on maybe what your primary modality is, the way that you like to learn best or the way that you like to consume information. Also, the way that you might like to communicate could be an interesting vehicle for you to tap into, modality almost, for you to be able to tap into to see what works for you. But what this really does, and I think this is one of the secrets, which is not really a secret. It's like drinking water. You know, like how if you want to feel healthier, if you want to lose weight, if you want to lose cellulite, if you want to have better skin, clearer skin, whatever, then eat better food, drink more water. Like, you know, really, it's not freaking rocket science, is it? You know, we know this. So if alignment and getting your energy and getting your mindset right was the secret, which I actually believe that it is, to everything working, then, you know, that 2 hours is a really important investment in your day. That 1 hour of mindset work and then the 1 hour of doing the stuff that comes out. You know, if you knew, or if you treated it as an experiment for the next 30 days, I wonder what would happen. I wonder how much more money you'd bring in. I wonder how much more connected you'd be. I wonder how much more fun you'd be having. I wonder how much better conversations you'd be having, like how more aligned you're going to feel, how more excited and vibrant and glowing and sparkly and just, you know, full of joy and passion and fun. You know, I wonder if that would then change how you would show up in your marketing, right? Because I guess, like, what's the worst thing that happens? The worst thing that happens is you're like, okay, well, that process sucked. Like, that didn't really work. Or conversely, you know what, I had some really big breakthroughs through that 30-day experiment. You know, this is really kind of interesting. This is really kind of cool. So that's just something that I thought that I'd throw out there into the world today for you to consider around really getting your mindset right, understanding, that the cost of you reaching more people, doing more things, being more aligned is you've got to find the time. The same way that you find the time for your children, the same way that you find the time for sleeping, the same way that you find the time for Netflix. Or is that just me? I subscribe to all of the things. It's really annoying. So, like, what I'll do, so I make sure that I'm up early. I'm up at 5:30 every day. I actually start work, like I'm working with clients every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. That goes for about an hour. And from there, I'm going to the gym, working out, coming home, journaling, kid run. Sometimes I go back to the gym again and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the last thing that I just kind of want to defrag and sort of chill. Some of you might find that journaling before you go to bed, which is actually proven to be a really great strategy, and like gratitude and stuff like that. You know, that if you're doing it at night, if you find that you're getting stuck into like Prime TV or you know, whatever, it's you like finding the time to be able to do it. And I personally think for me, and from what I've seen from people, if you're doing it in the mornings, then it kind of can set the tone for the whole day, unless you ride that wave from the night and then the whole way through the day. Jess, my children just demand my time and I have no choice. Yes, they are very demanding little people. Your children, they are very gorgeous though, and we love them. So we will let them be demanding. We will let them do that. So there you go, guys. Like the cost of this is, and then I guess like the other cost or investment, you know, we've got time, obviously, we've got money, we've got creating and creating and holding that time as much and as best you can. But then the other thing that you've really got to be mindful of is that this building a business takes persistence and it takes consistency. And you might not see the results to start with. They might, like there's the law of lag, right? Where, you know, things that you're wanting to build and things that you're wanting to create don't always happen instantly. Sometimes they do, but they don't always happen instantly. So we've got to be really mindful that we've got to put in the time and the effort and build that consistency and persistence muscle and just keep going regardless of what any external evidence you think what that external evidence is showing. Now, not to say like if things aren't working that you don't kind of like reassess and work that out. But for a lot of us, I love instant gratification. Like I love going, oh, it's a bit like that. I think it was Ariana Grande's song. I shared it a few weeks ago. It was like, I see it, I want it, I like it, I bought it, or something like that. And it's just like, I love the instant gratification. I really love that. But with results and with marketing and with social media and with online businesses and with positioning and with building your presence and your profile, it doesn't just happen instantly. Like whether you've got a PR person or whether you're investing in social media, it just doesn't work like that. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be persistent. You've got to stay on message and make sure that you're like carrying on, right? And really being you. I think that's really the main thing. Like the biggest cost to you doing this and making this work is letting go of how you feel like you should be online and just actually embracing you, who you are, what you're all about. And, you know, I wore this t-shirt today for a reason, like, but did you die? You know, do you die if you go up and you show up online without makeup on? Are you going to die if you go and do a live stream and you forget your words? No, of course not. It's like, it's really funny. I was at the gym today, like I said, and we were doing triceps and biceps. I'm like, oh my God. And it's like, this really hurts. And I saw my t-shirt in the reflection and it's like, but did you die? I'm like, okay, I could go harder. I could do more. So like, maybe that needs to be your mantra today. If you're going to push yourself out of your comfort zone, if you are going to if you really want it, you've got to get out there and you've got to do it. You're not going to die. You might look like an idiot sometimes, and that's okay. Just own that as well. Call it out. You know, there are sometimes, I did this the other day. There are sometimes where you're just like, I can't believe I just freaking said that. I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. You go and look at the thumbnails of the screenshots from the videos, your Facebook live streams and stuff. And if they look funny, take a photo of it and put it up there. You know, let people see that you're human. Let people see that you're real. And the thing that we're really most afraid of most of the time is not being taken seriously, right? Or not being resonated with, or people not liking us. But if we're trying to be somebody else, or trying to present this perfect, whatever the hell that means, like this perfect persona, this bang on persona, then it's just like, they're not even liking you. They're liking some mirage of you. And then when they come to meet you or see you, it's just like it creates a disconnect. It's just not how it is. So you've got to let go of that human that you feel like you need to be. Now, I'm not judging with however it is that you are, whether you're really very serious, whether you're very systems orientated, whether you're a free flow, whether you're like, I'm thinking of like extremes from like hippie to accountant, right? Free flow, love and light, very stereotypical. I'm trying to paint a picture, like very stereotypical love and light versus like accountant, very ones and zeros. This is the way that we have to work the system type thing so that we don't get sued. If that's you, then that's great. And if you're the hippie person, that's great. Like just own you. But you've got to let go of that person that you feel like you should be or like you have to be, and just freaking own it. Own it. And you won't die from being you, right? Because the world is waiting for you and they're ready for your brand of awesomeness. So that is my little sermon for today. Bonnie, it is true. Jess, I didn't even notice your top. It's awesome. Yes, I've been wearing it. I was talking with another client today. I've been really pushing. I've got this group of clients that I'm really, really pushing to do live streams every day to be able to grow their muscles and become really competent at articulating their message, showing up, and kind of really sort of like getting those nerves out of the way and stuff. And one of the ladies has got a little bit of resistance. And so I'm like, I saw this shirt and I had to buy it, and it just rolled up yesterday in the post. And I was like, yeah, you can go and do a live stream, and it may not be like an Oprah live stream or a Richard Branson live stream or like somebody who's famous and articulate and whatever else. But you know what? Did you die? No. So get back up on the horse, go do the thing again. You've got this. It's okay. Your mantra for today. But did I die? No. Awesome. Go do it. The world's ready for you, babes. Go out there and get it, and I will chat with you tomorrow. Farewell, bye. Have an amazing day.